Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming and tuning in again for another video by Magick Croix, brought to you by the Magical Elite Supply Shop. And as always, I hope that you all are doing well and that you will have a blessed week. Today, what I want to talk about is playing chess. Now, what can you mean about playing chess? All I mean by that, I mean learn strategy, learn psychology, and that way you'll live a successful life, a worry-free life, a fearless life, and all things may manifest to you once you get rid of that fear. I spoke about that on our last video. So you got to play chess. Learn what tools, what methods have been used against us as melanated people, and learn how to combat that. It's as simple as that. These age-old tricks, psychological tricks, the mind games, they continue to this very day. Chess is a game of strategy. It's very unlike checkers. Checkers is very simple. Very, very simple to win that game. But to win chess, you have to think 3 steps ahead of your opponent. This is also why I like to play the game of spades. It has to do with strategy. The more you use your brain, the more you exercise this particular muscle, even though the mind isn't really located here, it's a repository of the mind. That's what your brain is. They still haven't figured out where your mind is. Where is your mind? Your mind is everywhere. That's all I'm going to have to say about that, because it would take up way too much time, and I don't want to take too much on this subject. But the more you exercise anything, the more you practice jujitsu or any martial arts, the better you become at it. The more you read, the quicker you get at it. Anything that you develop in your psychic senses, all of this are like disciplines that help you to reach your full potential. So learn the game of chess. It's an interesting game too, the way certain pieces move. And the queen can do anything, but it protects the king. Interesting concept. It was developed by the Moors. And okay, so when I say psychological tricks, learn doublespeak and code words. They have meanings to them. I have to admit, certain people have found a way to insult you by using different words. For instance, the N-word has been replaced. They don't no longer call you the N-word. It offends them now to say it. However, when they want to describe you, they'll say another word. Go to, and I know I've said this before, but go to any Yahoo article and see how many times they've used the word thug. Who do you think they're referring to? They're not referring to any European. They called, I can't remember who it was, Draymond Green. They called him so many thugs in there. He's a worthless thug, and I was like, Draymond's just a free spirit. That's all. That's just not going to be chained and just be a good old house nigga. You know what I mean? These are the type of people I gravitate to. Those who are free thinkers and who won't be controlled by somebody. Word thug. That's a code word. You know who they're talking about. It has replaced the N-word. Go to any, I guarantee, go to any Yahoo article and just read the comments. One of those people will find a way to bring race in it, and they won't have to do anything. They'll find a way. Said this before, they are behind computer screens now. They no longer have the use for white hoods walking around. I'll leave that one right there. We have in this neighborhood a neighborhood page, a neighborhood Facebook page. And one day somebody said something and my wife saw it and she got fed up and she called them out on it because she said something about, they said, okay, oh yeah, the chicken heads out there. You know, my wife went on there and said, yeah, we know that chicken hoods are code word for black people. You know, she said it became completely silent. When you call them out on their bullshit, if you know, they really don't have anything to say. They use code words to describe us. Magick, Croix, sir, why are you always talking about these things? Aren't you supposed to be a magician and an occultist and be talking about that? I talk about this because it ties in directly to magic. How? It's on a constant basis. You can't get away from it if you try. These people, they are doing it through media. They are doing it through, like I said, code words and double speak. Listen to the words that they use. Do not let someone call you a minority. You're not a minority. Another psychological trick to think, oh, your numbers are less. No. We, melanated people, you have populated the entire earth. How did you all of a sudden become a minority? Door pause. How did that happen? Did they kill you off? What happened? How is it you have populated every area of the earth and now you are a minority? They refuse to show you the darker peoples of India where there's a big caste, C-A-S-T-E system based on color. Wow, that sounds familiar. The dark people, the Dravidians, the dark Filipinos, the dark Asians, they refuse to show this through media. If you do not control your mind, trust me, somebody else will do it for you. And they have been doing this. Don't let someone call you an African American. I've never liked that term. And fuck Messi, Jesse, Jackson for trying to give us that damn term. He the one that came out with that. They can't confine you to one continent when you populated the entire earth. Indigenous to the planet, not to Africa. A lot of people were already here. Think on that. Learn chess. A great book for you to find, and I'm going to give out some more suggestions. Okay? A good book for you to go through. It's called The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Excellent, excellent, excellent book. I find myself mentally thinking of the lessons in this book in some day-to-day situations when I used to work in corporate America. It's an excellent book. He also wrote the book, The Art of Seduction, for you people, men particularly, who you don't have no game. Check that book out, The Art of Seduction. My all-time favorite, The Art of War, is a book that should be in everybody's library. It's a little book about that big, and it's more psychology than anything. It's called The Art of War, Sun Tzu. Protect yourselves. Like I told you, through the use of ELF and ULF. ELF is extremely low frequency. ULF, ultra low frequency. These are the frequencies and the radio waves that dogs can hear. However, they put subliminal messages through those frequencies to feed it to you. Find you a purple plate. I can't believe that Amazon no longer sell these Nikola Tesla purple plates, because the purple plate effectively combats any of those harmful radiation waves and microwaves. I mean, if you sit on a phone or in front of a computer all day, that can be damaging to your brain. Cell phones, why do you think they're called cell phones? It's like a trap. People don't look where they're going. I almost hit somebody not too long ago because they're paying so much attention to their phone that they weren't paying attention to where they're walking. In my city, a high school girl, was put into a coma after she got struck by a vehicle. She was on her cell phone looking at it. It's like people can't get away from it. It's like it's an addiction. But you got this cell phone that you won't use no research to do. My phone is used as a phone. Any other things, I can use my laptop or I can use my tablet. But when I'm driving or when I'm out in public, my cell phone is usually tucked away. I usually will not answer somebody's call on the first try. I usually have to go find my phone to answer a call. I have to remind myself that I have one, because I refuse to be a slave to a cell phone or things that society is slaves to. Now you think about it. You do yourself this one simple experiment. You go out into a public place. Go to Walmart. Go to Walmart and look and see how many of the majority of people are on there. I do it all the time. And the amount of people that's actually looking at their phones is staggering. People don't even know how to interact with other people anymore. They're so busy on their phones. Think about it. The subliminal messages with the movies, the commercials, it's just overwhelming, and it's like sad that very few people will pick up on these things. Like the movie Avatar was on. I haven't seen it since it came out, but I was like, that couldn't be more obvious who that was about. And now all they're doing is promoting all these interracial relationships when a black man could get killed for even looking at a white woman. Lynched. Now all of a sudden they're promoting all of this as this is the relationship to be in. Why is that? Why do they not show, when they show melanated people through the media, why are they not showing a couple, like a man and a woman, a melanated man and woman? They'll always show a Caucasian man, melanated sister. Always. The movie Get Out just came out this weekend. And when I saw the trailer the first time, I was like, this seems interesting. I said, I want to be wrong about what this is about. And turns out I wasn't. I knew exactly what it was about. But the depth of the subliminal messages contained in that movie, overwhelming. I was surprised at how right I was. There's a lot of people praising this movie. I'll just mention one more movie, and then we'll go on to my book suggestion. I don't watch the Oscars. I think it's full of shit. Moonlight won for Best Picture. It did. They killed two birds with this one stone here. First of all, it's a melanated movie, right? So after all those protests last year, they said, okay, we're gonna give them this movie. Even though Hidden Figures and Fences. Anywho, okay. Not only did they give that the best picture, what was the movie about? Homosexuality agenda, anybody? Don't think this is by accident. It's by design. It is. They killed two birds with that one stone. You think about it. I mean, it's my opinion. But, anywho, I got a couple books I want to suggest so we can get on out of here. The I Ching. Ancient divination system. Very accurate. You can get this anywhere, pretty much. I Ching. Very, very accurate divination system. Because pendulum. This is my personal pendulum that I've had for a while. It's very accurate divination. But if you want in-depth, go with the I Ching. I don't read much fiction anymore, but it's a great book. It's awesome. The Great and Secret Show. There's a lot of the art in this one. Clive Barker is a genius. He's the one who wrote Hellraiser and a few others, but The Great and Secret Show. I was so fascinated by this book. I've read it at least 4 times. Look how thick it is. Anything, and I mean anything, by Carlos Castaneda. It's going to have some magic in it. Trust me. All of them. Anything. Same thing I say about Kenneth Grant. It's for advanced people, but if you, like I said, the more you study stuff, the more you'll get it. It's exercise. Develop your intuition. The Pleiadian agenda. I'm not even sure if I said that right, but it's a great book. All I'm going to say is extraterrestrial knowledge in this one. The author is Barbara Hand Clow. The Dragon Rouge in Poland. They have some good magical stuff. Dragon's blood. It says Egyptian magic on it. Written by Polish people. Asenath Mason. That's her name. It's worth a look. They come out with an issue like every month, I think. Always study astrology. Know the sun signs that you're dealing with. Know your sun sign. Definitely know your moon sign. Your moon sign rules your emotions and how you react to things. I'm a Virgo with a Scorpio moon. It's a terrible combination if I get pissed off. It's terrible. Trust me. But that's just a suggestion. Know your sun signs. This is a good one. This is a pretty good one. Magic, witchcraft, power. This is Carl Nagel, the Australian occultist. Again, Finbar book. Very thin book. All meat and potatoes. No philosophy, no opinions. They get right down to it. Starting into the occult, I highly suggest Finbar. Finbarr books. One of my first ones with the Luciferian. As you can see, I studied this book and compared it to the regular Goetia. Michael W. Ford. Luciferian Goetia. I won't speak on him because I'm not into bashing other occultists. I'm not, but this is a good one. Malidoma Patrice Sum, A Water and the Spirit, a very good book on the initiation. Extremely good. A Water and the Spirit. All occultists should have this. Last but not least, The Science of the Dogon. The Dogon was so wise, they charted the universe long before these other people came and did it. Bobby Hemmett's very first lecture was on the Dogon. Get this book, Science of the Dogon. Get you a lapis lazuli, hematite. These are two good stones to carry with you. One is a very spiritual stone. The other is very grounding. It's iron oxide. Not only is it grounding, it reflects negative attacks, psychic attacks, everything. I carry at least 2 of these around with me. Come see your boy, themagicalelitesupplyshop.com for all your witchy, occultic, and magical needs. Find me on Facebook for more questions. And I hope you all have a great week. This is Magical Croix. I'll see you next time. Peace.